job.
The first race of the season at Jerez, I got a really good start. I got second into the first corner.
He was in a bunch of 4 or 5 riders at the front, and the next group were very, very close behind. He made a slight mistake at the hairpin, lost nearly high-sided, and then another rider hit him, which consequently injured him, breaking his collarbone and having severe concussion. All I could see was what was on the monitor, and I just saw number 24 rider crashed, and I was hoping that it said then afterwards rider okay, but it didn't. He was very expertly attended to. Concussion was the worst. He had 2 small blood clots on the front right-hand lobe of his brain. This is what they were concerned about. I hadn't slept from Saturday night, and I was absolutely shattered. But when your little boy is in hospital and he's injured and he might need you at any time, you can't go to sleep. The bike came over his shoulder, broke his collarbone, went up here. This is Dunlop rubber, and then glanced off. So consequently the helmet cracked here because of the side pressure. This is the first time I've seen it since the crash, and it's the first time Harry had seen it since the crash. So whether it's brought back any memories, I don't know, but I wouldn't have thought so, because he can't really remember much.
I can't remember the lights going out or anything. Everything was a blank from like near enough a week. And then the last 2 days in hospital, I just barely remember that. I just remember pulling up to the grid, that's it. So.
Yeah, it's taken him 2 months to fully recuperate, but this was on the advice of Red Bull. Is that all right?
If you crash and it affects you and you don't want to ride, then you shouldn't ride, but I love riding, so I want to get back on the bike as soon as possible.
I worry about him all the time, but there's not a lot you can do about it. He wants to race motorcycles, and that's it. The minute he says he doesn't want to do it anymore, I shall say, okay mate, finish, no problem. But hopefully I'll never have to say that.
My mum is really nervous because she thinks there's something wrong with me now because I keep on crashing, but when you get to ride at this level and you have to push hard to ride with the front, you start crashing, and Gus still tells me that whenever you crash, you learn from the crash, so you know not to do it next time. I learn a lot.
He's down in about 20th. He was in 10th for a little while, and he just hasn't gotten comfortable with it. So I'm hoping he's got about 6 minutes left, so we'll see how things turn around here for him. I hope he finds something he's comfortable with. He did? Oh, he just, see? He was trying, and he just crashed.
And I just kind of shot off the track. My hands are kind of beat up a little bit. Some purple. That's about it. My leathers got beat up more than I did.
Now, Hayden doesn't do anything just a little bit.
Yeah.
He's got to do it big. Go big or go home.
Yeah. This is the first time I crashed. This is the first time. I've only crashed twice other than this.
He did a 45 flat and then a 44.6, which was absolutely fantastic. All right? Yeah.
You start getting better and better and better, and you just think, oh yeah, I can make it. I can go further, next step, and you just keep on going up. When you're riding, you should be happy all the time. If you're sad, then you don't do very well.
For now, I got like third, so I'm pretty happy.
I did not do good. What happened? I'm struggling on this track, man. Yeah, I'm trying to invent some new stuff that would hopefully work, but no.
That's
not
the
gonna.
first time for you, not coming top, right?
It's not the first time, dude.
I think I got 6th out of both qualifying, so 6th on the grid tomorrow. I'm not too sure, but that's second row, so I'm pretty happy with it. Just gotta get a good start tomorrow, see how it goes.
Yeah, and I'm gonna beat him. At least try.
We don't do holidays. We don't like doing holidays. This is our holiday at the race circuit. I know it probably sounds sad, but it's true. What you have to remember is racing is a very, very, very small circle. There are not many people that race. We are all a family because we all have a common interest.
Look how she runs. Hey.
Our van that we have has a horrible AC system. And so we drove yesterday back from here to the hotel with the side door open.
We took 100 and about like 60 kilometers. Hayden's hanging out, both feet outside, sliding and stuff. It was crazy. And the end we saw some like pretty hot German chicks.
We were lifting up our shirts and trying to see if they would do it. And
we were trying to flirt with them, but we weren't so good.
in the rain, it's two things for me. Either win or crash trying. And so far it's crashed. Right now I'm pretty happy. If it stays like this for the rest of the day, it's gonna be good.
They keep telling themselves that I hate the rain, I don't like the rain, I hate the rain. And guess what? They're gonna hate the rain. They're not gonna like the rain. So Bradley's gonna tell me that he loves the rain. Right, Benny? I love the rain. No, can't even say it. God, say it. Well, it didn't hurt, did it? Everything has to slow way down. You know, any of your actions that you have a gigantic reaction. So if you like brake really quick or get on the gas really quick or turn too hard, usually ends up being I don't like the rain. I don't like it at all, doesn't it?
I've been in the rain 3 times and every time I crashed, so we'll see.
Last year, Matthew did 3 races in the wet, and he did very well. And we put it down to his motocross experience, you know, riding in the mud and everything in South Africa.
I don't want to fall because then you lose points in the championships. I want to finish the race, but I'm not out there and like, oh shit, if I crash, I'm gonna hurt myself. Then you're in the wrong sport if you think like that.
If you're aggressive with the bike can be aggressive back, and that's when you crash, it throws you off. It's like a bike's got an emotion, just the same as a person. It can only take so much and then it snaps.
We hadn't had a chance to ride the bike after it got crashed, and you just never can tell, you know, little things. We started it a couple times, but without actually going out and doing a lap, you have no idea, you know, what's going to happen. So we had a slight problem, and we think we got it fixed, and, you know, he's ready to make up some points this weekend. So it's Christmas time for Hayden. He likes the rain.
Not a wonderful start from Fagerhout, but not too disastrous. He has made some disastrous starts. But into the first corner, I think it's Cornfell who probably leads. Kent is there in about 4th place, the white helmet. He drifts a bit wide. Out of the picture already has gone Cornfell. Fagerhaug and Brown go past Christensen. So Fagerhaug now takes it down to a 1.9 second advantage. And he's really got Kornfeld in his sights. And Fagerhaug goes down, and now, well, it's an absolute disaster for the Cup leader. And we're just saying that before the race, that really Sturla had it all to lose. He went into this race with a handsome 40-plus point advantage. High-sided out of the race goes Fagerhaug. Fastest man on the track, though, is Hayden Gillam in 6th place. He's riding brilliantly in these tricky wet conditions. Hayden Gillam in the black helmet has passed the white helmet of Danny Kent, and Gillam now is right there in the battle for the last rostrum position.
The only people running faster than Hayden right now are the first by about half a second.
There is Hayden Gillam. He's now on his own, though. Gillam on his own. So what has happened to Scholz and Christensen? Has he just ridden away from them? Oh no, it's Gillam who had the fall, and he's on his own because he's just got himself back into action.
That close. It's called racing, otherwise it'd be a parade.
Yeah, he's up to 11th. Yeah, he's riding okay. He's riding within himself. He's riding according to the conditions, not doing anything stupid up to now.
It's Kent and Scholz. Scholz goes up the inside on the brakes into the tight section. Here comes Jakob Kornfeld around the last climbing left-hander out onto the start and finish to win his first Rookies Cup race. And down goes Danny Kent out of the last corner. Down goes Danny Kent, and it's Scholz that takes 2nd place. And across the line comes Jake Gagne. He didn't expect that, I'm sure.
Everybody kept going down, and it was really slippery, so I just kind of sat back and let everybody else crash because I already too far back at the beginning, so I just let everybody go down and ended up there, so it's good.
We were battling really hard, like for the final few laps. So yeah, it was good.
I'm fourth position. So.
I am proud of Matthew. He started 8th on the grid and worked his way up to 2nd, and I'm very pleased for him.
How was it watching you?
Nerve-wracking, especially as you can see him going, and you just keep thinking in your head, keep it smooth, you can do it, keep it smooth.
My start was very good. In first corner I was first, and many others behind me. And after I had more difference between me and second, so it was for me very good, and I am very happy about the race.
Well, that was absolutely bang on. He started from 15th on the grid, rode his own race, rode nice and steady, quite within himself, to the track conditions, and dashed me, come home 9th. So that, I'm well happy with that.
I was dominating. He passed me, and then
I was like outside. I know, I went like outside, inside.
You know how like the MotoGP bikes are going straight into the airbag? I did. I rolled into it.
Oh shit.
And my bike was like...
You went any advantage faster than the bike.
Hayden's crash was better than Sturla's. He just bounced in the sand.
This guy's an idiot.
You hurt at all?
I got a black eye.
I got some ice on my lower back, yeah. I landed straight on my back, so I'm feeling a bit of pain there.
Yeah, I landed on my head.
I did that in front. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. It was a race like professional racers are racing, and someone was very lucky today and someone not so lucky. But I'm proud of my boys. They did a great job.
Well, people often will say to you, how the hell can you let your child race round a circuit at 130 mile an hour
putting them in danger. But what they don't realise is these children want to do this. It is their life, their passion, and they are not forced at all, not at all.